Alright guys, today we're going to be giving away another M24 anti-tank grenade. So all you have to do is make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you hit the like button on this video, and leave a comment down below. However, the comment can't just be anything. You can't just type in like one character on your keyboard. You can't just say hi or anything like that. So I'm changing the rules up a little bit. You actually have to have some substance to the comment, because I've been getting a lot of spam comments that are completely irrelevant. You know, people saying first or second, like that's not going to count. I'm probably just going to delete your comment. So it actually has to have some substance to it. You know, give me some feedback on the mock, and that, you know, that's a comment right there. So let's get on with the episode. Alright everybody, welcome back. This is Clunch for X39 here, and today we're doing episode 31 of the Battle of Sinai Desert Battlefield 1 style here in LEGO. So as you can see here, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of things, primarily progress on the Dark Tan Mountain, which is almost complete. That should be complete by next week's episode. If I get my parts in, I'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about some tanks. I'm building two A7V German World War I tanks, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. And yeah, it's going to be a great mock video, and stay tuned and let's get right into it. Alright, so we have some parts that I got in. This is, let's see, Thursday I believe it is. No, Wednesday. So I got these in. I got, I believe, a couple hundred, 300 more of these 1x2x3 slopes. So we got all those there. I don't know if that's going to be enough to finish that, to be completely honest with you guys, but you know, we'll use them up, see what we got. I mean, this came actually pretty quickly because it was from the US, and they were pretty reasonably priced. So then I got some 1x4 bricks just for filler, you know, and whatnot. And then I got some 2x4s. I basically bought this guy out of some of his dark tan parts. And then I bought these. I don't really need them because I have a whole bunch in there, but they were so cheap. I believe it was like $1 or $2 for all of these. So I thought might as well pick it up. You know, I'm paying for shipping anyway, so I might as well pick that up. So that's just something I want to keep you guys posted on. So I got some more parts, and now let's put them on the mock. Okay, so I got all my parts from that BrickLink order that I probably am going to end up talking about later in this episode. So I got a bunch more of the slopes here, laid them all out. Hopefully I have enough of those, and we might be able to finish this today or for this episode. So that's kind of my goal. So I'm going to try to work on that as much as I possibly can. Hopefully I don't run out of parts. I think filler brick is going to be the issue, however. So hopefully I can use as much of those 1x1s that I have in here as possible. And we might just be able to pull this off, get that mountain done, and maybe work on the little town section. So let's do that. So I just spent the last like 45 minutes turning a whole bin of these 1x1s into stacks of 3, and that will allow me to build this much faster, because originally I just had a bunch of the individual ones. I'd stack up 3, then put it on the mock. It's just way more efficient to build a bunch of these, then use them directly on the mock. So I did a huge container of those. So hopefully we can get this top done here. And then I also forgot about all this bulk brand new parts that I talked about in the last couple episodes. So I found that, and I'm going to try to use as much of that on there as I can, because like I said, we're running out of filler brick. So that's where I'm at. So hopefully I can use up all those parts, see where we're at, and maybe we'll finish. If not, we'll know exactly how much parts we'll need, because we'll be pretty darn close. So let's do that. Alright guys, here's a quick update as to what it looks like. So what I'm thinking is, it's at this level right now, so I'm going to bring all those bricks up to that same level right there on this corner here, and I'm thinking go one more brick tall, and then we're going to, you know, dome it over, and I think that's going to look about right. Maybe it'll be too short. It's all about perspective here. This is definitely not going to be as tall as this one here, but that's kind of where we're at. Let me go over there and show you guys what I'm doing here as far as filler brick goes. So I'm using these arches that I got from those parts. Once again, lots of 1x1s. Those are all the blue parts you see. So far this is holding up pretty well. It's nice and sturdy, which I'm really excited about. That saved a lot of time in bricks, and I'm just trying to, you know, build up to the same height, you know, and then do that, build up another brick, just kind of go back and forth, and so far it's working out pretty good. I did, however, run out of my first bag of those parts, so now we only have this and this left. So I'm gonna try to use up all of those. If not, you know, basically I don't want to have to order anymore, and I don't think we will now that I'm getting to this point. I'm thinking if we get it up to this level, then go one more, and then start curving it back, I think it'll look pretty good. But we will have to order, I don't even know if they make them, the 1x3 slopes that we used on that mountain to make it look really nice. So we're gonna have to look into that. I might do that now real quick. So that's just kind of an update, and I'll keep you guys posted. Alright guys, I wanted to keep you guys updated as far as vehicles go. I know a lot of you guys constantly comment down below and talk about, okay, what vehicles are you gonna be bringing in? And I do mention it every now and then, but I want to recap. I'm gonna be hopefully building 2 of the German A7V tanks, the light bluish gray ones, which is what I'm gonna talk about here in a minute. We're gonna have at least 2 Mark V tanks. I hope. I don't know if I'll have all the parts or all the resources to get that. Hopefully two Renaults, armored train, field guns, AA guns, Rolls Royce, biplanes, bombers, everything you can think of. But we're gonna start off with tanks. So I'm working on gathering parts for 2 of the A7V tanks. So basically what I got in here is these are the parts here. So we got each one of these bins is a full kit. Obviously they're not completely done yet, but here's the sheet with all the parts, and I cross them out once I get them in both of these bins. Now these parts and the design for the tank goes out to Brian's Bricks. If you just do a quick YouTube search on Brian Bricks and then A7V tank, he has the parts list and instructions on how to build it. So that's the kit or the design I'm going to be using, so shout out to you, Brian. And then for the Renault, that'll be Elliot's design, and Mark V, I might have Elliot do it if he has time. I'm not too sure yet. But so I basically dumped out this bin that I had that was all light bluish gray, and I've been constantly sorting out parts, trying to find them here. And I got about half of them. I might go on for maybe one more day of sitting down and trying to find parts. You know, it's kind of a balance of finding what's cost effective. Is it more cost effective for me to sit down and I just found a part. Is it more cost effective for me to sit down for, you know, many hours finding these parts, or is it just worth my time more just to buy them on BrickLink? Obviously I have to pay for shipping and whatnot for BrickLink, any orders I go on there, and some of these parts I am already pretty sure are kind of rare, so I'm gonna try to find as many of the common ones as I can in my collection. And you know, once I get to a point, it's just gonna be like, okay, I gotta order them. So that's probably what I'm gonna do this weekend. Right now it's Wednesday, so you guys are seeing this Sunday. So like I said, trying to find as many parts as I can. You know, I got tiles, I got plates, I've basically found everything I can. So probably after this video I'm actually gonna order those, now that I think about it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, getting parts for the A7V tank. I believe that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, I know you guys will. But yeah, so probably going to put these away now, and let's go talk about the MOC some more. Okay, so I got the parts for the A7V tank here, and like I told you guys, I've gone through and got a majority of the parts here, and I've actually gotten a bunch more because I went to order my slopes for the rest of the Dark Tan Mountain here, and I went through this entire store here, and we're looking at all the parts that I can possibly get from that store for these tanks. So I only have, maybe I'll only have to make 2 or 3 more orders. It's just trying to find stores that have, you know, more parts so I don't have to pay for shipping and whatnot. So I'm going to order the parts for hopefully all this tank, the rest of the mountain, and we might be able to start on the Renault tank and the Mark V tanks. So yeah, just giving you guys a quick update. So another thing that I just found in regards to the A7V tanks, we need 112 track links, the single wide ones in black. So that means we really need double that. So what is that, 224? And I knew I had some, so I found my little bin that have some. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. Hopefully I will. In here we might have to put some brown ones in there just for detail and whatnot, or we could do one of the tanks exploded, and that way we wouldn't need to use all the tracks. But this is what I have, and then if I really want to, I could steal them off my kits here, even though I really don't want to, because on purpose I bought tracks, so all of these have nice all black tracks. So you know, I'd like to not have to touch those, but if we do have to, we might just have to snag them off that. So I found those, plus some more of these, along with all of these for the Mark IV or Mark V tanks. And I don't know how many track links I need for that. I should probably print out the price, well, not the price sheets, the piece counts and all that. So you know, got those two, and I'm glad because these are pretty expensive. So I shouldn't have to order any more. So that's just more money that we can spend on other things on the MOC, which is a good thing. Alright guys, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just cleaning up all these parts. Now normally, like you probably saw just in a couple segments before this, or clips before this, all of these were just dumped all over the place. And you know, for when I'm building and you know parts are kind of everywhere, that's okay. But now that I'm trying to film and do all that, I want to keep it professional looking, and I'm probably going to keep them in here until I'm done. Then I can just easily bag them up. So we got all the inverted slopes, 2x4s, 1x4s, 1x2x3 slopes, and then the 1x2 slopes, 1x1s, detailing pieces. I'm probably going to sort through all that and put any filler brick in there. I'm really not liking the big red bin. You know, in videos it just stands out and it kind of, I don't know. I'm just trying to keep everything looking professional, so I'm probably going to get away with that probably right after this. So I'm probably going to sort through this and, you know, set out what I can actually use versus what I can't. Like obviously for filler brick I can't really use those, so but I could use, you know, plates like this and whatnot. So and then here we got plates here, just trying to clean everything up. That bin can go away, I'm not using that. I got all the telephone poles here. I put away all the excess pieces. So we got, this is a completed one. This is what they're all gonna look like. I'm waiting on the parts for the 1x6 plates. So I think I ordered 10 or 20 of those, so that's plenty for this. We've got all the jumpers and those cylinders there, and I can pull out those clip pieces once I got all the parts ready, and then we can throw those up. Let's see. These parts I need to get rid of. Same with these. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the water tower, and then all the tank stuff. And then another quick update, I might as well talk about this now while I got the camera rolling. So this was the original artillery field gun that my friend Chetan designed. I believe it's Lego Guy 1259. So he designed that, and then this one's with the bigger wheels. Obviously the little wheels and in reddish brown looks way better. Obviously I don't have any more of those. So I was able to scrap parts together and built a second field gun. I know I talked about that, but I needed a couple more parts. So now we have 2 field guns. Probably make a couple more, probably have 4 in the mock overall, because I'll have 2 in the town. I'll put 1 here, maybe 1 somewhere else, I'm not too sure. And then these wheels, I'm going to try to make that little wagon, that like farm wagon, and put that by the water tower, because in game that's kind of where it's at. So that's what those wheels are for. And then over here I gathered up all the loose ends that were just all over the mock, put them in here. This is pretty much all like figures. We got figures in here, weapons, different heads with facial expressions. We got like completed figures like the flame trooper that a fan sent in. The giveaway prizes, anti-aircraft guns, horses, tank treads, all that can go away, and it just will keep everything looking professional. So probably going to get rid of that red bin now. And yeah, so let's go do that. Another quick thing, I had all these brick separators lying around, right? And I thought, okay, I need to find a spot in my room that I know that will always have brick separators. So what I did is I took some reddish brown plates and stuck them together, then super glued it onto this table here. And now if I need a brick separator, they're here. I can just grab one and go. And that way it keeps them off of the mock. And it just, once again, keeping things professional. I'm really trying to instill that in my brain. So that's just another little update I want to show you guys. It's a great little life hack, if you want to call it. So feel free to go do that out in your own Lego room. Alright guys, so I got some of the parts started to sort. I didn't need to sort all of them, but as you can see, the mock is a lot more organized right now. I'm really excited. So we got the field guns, we got rid of that. I literally threw that big red Lego bin away. Just grabbed one of these clear ones from my closet. Looks really good, got all the parts ready to rock and roll. I did want to ask you guys if you think this is a good height to stop building the second tier of the mountain. We get over here a good view. I feel like it's already pretty tall. I'm talking about this piece up here, or that section up there. I'm thinking right now, then we're gonna start curving it back up, just like we did this one here. You know, we went up, curved it back, you know, at a, I guess that'd be a shallower angle. So I ordered parts for that. So make sure you guys let me know in the comments down below if you want me to stop here and then continue to flatten it over. Actually, take this pole right here and let me know, do you want me to continue it or stop here? So the question will probably be stop here, yes or no. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And then let's see, one thing I did want to mention over here. So this is an in-game screenshot I took in Battlefield 1 running around, and here are the buildings that we're going to be working on hopefully very soon. The reason why I didn't start is because I wanted to ask you guys a question. I think I can do 2 polls in one video, hopefully I can, but for these houses, so obviously this is like a tan color. I don't know if this is showing good on camera. We're gonna have, this is probably gonna be a dark orange color, so not completely orange but a dark orange, obviously reddish brown. But what color is the main house is gonna be? I was thinking white, because they're white in game. A lot of you guys said tan, but I don't think tan on tan will look good, because you know the whole mock is tan. So I'm thinking white. Let me know up here what color the houses should be, white, or you know, I guess the other option would be just regular tan, white, tan. That's really the only 2 options. So let me know in that poll. And I think that's pretty much it for the mock video. You know, like I said, I would have started on the town section, but I want to get that color nailed down first. Might have to order some bricks for that as well. But the goal for next week is, if we get those orders in, we might be able to start working on the tanks, and then the mountain should be done. We can be done with mountains, and I'm gonna be so freaking excited when we're done with these mountains, because they are just annoying. Then we can start working on the cool stuff, like the interiors of the building, make those really detailed and accurate. The armored trains, the A7V tanks, Mark V tanks, you know, all sorts of cool stuff. The Renaults and the bombers, fighters. Yes, I am putting planes in this mock. We have a lot of vehicles to do. We got like probably close to 20 vehicles we're gonna have to do. So that's where I'm gonna end this episode. So let's wrap up and let's do the giveaway results from last week's episode, and then we can wrap this video up.
Alright guys, we're going to be doing the giveaway results for episode 30 of the Sinai Desert for the anti-tank grenade here. So let's pick the winner. 1, 2, 3. Boom. I don't know. Cub Teo Lay. I liked and subscribed, and can I please have for my Lego battle? Well, guess what? All you have to do is personal message me here on YouTube, and make sure you give me your full name, full address, zip code, and we can work this out, and I can get that anti-tank grenade out to you. So without further ado, let's wrap this video up.
Alright guys, thank you for watching this episode 31 of the Sinai Desert in Lego. If you want to check out last week's episode, episode 30, feel free to click right there. And if you want to check out any other of my videos, feel free to click there. And make sure you are subscribed for next week's contest. Click right there. Thank you for watching, and make sure you guys have an awesome week. I'll see you next week.